how are you improving your accuracy and mechanics as a passer?
My accuracy and mechanics. I think that's something you work on daily as a quarterback. No matter, whether it's the off season or you're in season, you're always striving to get that 1% every single day and improve yourself. No matter if it's, on the field or off the field.
You were drafted by a team that kind of has an entrenched starter. How would you feel about maybe backing him up for a few years and building yourself up that way?
Yeah. I think whatever situation I get, blessed to be a part of, whatever organization, I'm going to prepare like the starter, no matter if I am starting day one or if I'm, in a role where I'm backing up a veteran guy. So I'm excited, to get whatever situation, whatever opportunity I get to make the best of it and to put my best foot forward.
What if the guy you were behind was Tom Brady?
That'd be obviously pretty darn cool. I think to learn from one of the best of all time and a football mind like Tom and to be able to soak some of that knowledge up, some of that wisdom would be a great opportunity. But like I said, whatever team it is, I'm going to maximize my potential, my role, and compete my butt off.
Charlotte, just wondering if you could, I don't know the recruiting story, but how did Clemson, South Carolina let you get so far away?
So Clemson already had their guy, which I understood. South Carolina recruited me, Coach Spurrier recruited me, but never ended up pulling the trigger, for whatever reason. North Carolina came in late. Tennessee came in late when I was already committed to Oklahoma State. I really liked LSU. It was my first offer. Loved Coach Miles and Coach Cam Cameron. But wanted to throw the ball around. I didn't want to hand the ball off to number 7 and wanted to toss it around. And felt like I could play early there and it would be the best kind of pathway to the NFL. So.
Did you know Riley at all, Ferguson?
I did. He's from Charlotte, so he was a year older than me, but we definitely kept tabs on each other's high school career. Then when he went to Tennessee and followed him, and then it ends up at his next stop. So I did.
Did you all any all-star games together, anything like that?
We were in different classes, so we no.
Mason, a few people have said you might be a good fit for the Chargers, the heir apparent to Phillip Rivers. How would you think about that situation and the chance to learn from a guy like Phillip Rivers?
Yeah, I actually got the chance to meet Phillip a couple weeks ago out in Southern California, working out, throwing, and great guy, great person, great player, someone I've looked up to for many years. But it would be a dream come true to in that opportunity, in that situation, would be one where I would learn from a veteran guy, from a great player, and pick up as much as I can, and like I said, prepare like I'm the starter, knowing I'm one play away, but like I said, that would be cool.
Did you meet with the Chargers?
I've got some meetings. I had some meetings Wednesday night and some meetings tonight, but out of respect for the teams, I'd rather not say who I'm meeting with.
You talked about the Senior Bowl?
Yes, I did.
What's the interview process been like for you? I've heard it's a bit of a grind, interview after interview.
Yeah, I think I couldn't participate in the Senior Bowl because I wasn't able to play, but I still went down and wanted to kind of put my best foot forward with the interview process. So I think that kind of prepared you a little bit for this, a little more intense 15-minute, formal meetings in the evenings. So, it's been good. I feel comfortable, explaining myself, articulating myself to evaluators, to coaches, and that's what I've done, thus far, and that's what I'll continue to do.
What do you think your biggest strengths are, and what do you need to get better at?
Strengths, I'd say, my ability to throw the ball on the field. I think, I've done it accurately at a high level for 3 years. My production, my leadership, my experience, my starts, 32 wins as a starter, and just kind of, the kind of teammate I am. I'm a fun guy to be around. I enjoy being part of the team, putting the team first, and competing my butt off.
The offense that you operate in Oklahoma State is obviously very spread. Do you feel like this is kind of the right time for a quarterback from a system like that to be coming into the league with the way that offenses are changing?
Yeah, I think you've seen spread quarterbacks come to the league the last 5 years, and they've ended up being pretty successful at the next level. And I think you're definitely starting to see a lot more of those concepts of the high tempo type offenses. NFL teams adopting more of that. That philosophy. So I don't. I can only control what I can control, and whatever organization I get to, whatever kind of, whatever playbook, whatever offense they run, I'll be excited to learn and to begin to master.
Mason, on the other side of that, people love to dog the Big 12 for not having defense. They say there's no defense, that you go up against basically statues in the secondary. Yeah. How would you counter that argument? How have those defenses prepared you for this level?
Well, we played Colorado, Washington, and Virginia Tech. We beat the crap out of all of them in the offseason. And so, those are Big 12 defense are not Big 12 defenses, and played pretty well against those guys. So you throw on that tape, and I think that'll kill that argument right there.
How do you think James Washington would describe you?
Would describe me. I think me and James are great friends. He's a humble guy. He's a heck of a competitor. His work ethic every single offseason has been, top notch. He never drops off. I think he would describe me as a good friend and a great teammate and a great leader. Him, unbelievable athlete. I think you saw it. I saw it from day one being at Oklahoma State and seeing his speed and his leaping ability, his body control, his strong hands. I mean, he's a complete package. You can put him in the slot. You can put him outside. He can make you pay from wherever. So on top of that, you're getting a great human being, a great man, a great player.
Mason, what do you think you do better than other quarterbacks in this class?
I'm not in the business of comparing myself, but I think my strengths. I said earlier, my ability to throw the ball on the field accurately. I've done it for 3 years. I think accuracy in general across the board. I'm one of the most accurate in the class. I think my production for 3 years. My wins as a starter, 32, and my ability to play with injuries and only miss one start speaks for itself. And like I said, I'm confident. I'm happy to be here, and I'm going to put my best foot forward.
Mason, have you met with the Bills yet?
I said earlier I'm not going to reveal who I'm meeting with out of respect for the teams, but I do plan on meeting with a few teams tonight.
Mason, is it a little bit? You're a very polished quarterback. I don't mean this in a negative way, but is it easier for you to go through this process when you look to your right and you see that and all the things that guys like Josh Rosen or Baker Mayfield even have to go through in terms of the media attention, the being followed around, the nonstop questions, and you kind of get to fly under the radar and just do your thing? Does that make it easier, or do you kind of take a chip on your shoulder from that?
Yeah, a little bit of chip. I think I could care less if I talk to the media or not. I know what I'm here for. I know the player that I am, and I know what I'm going to do at the next level, and so. It just may take the media a little time to catch on to that. Yeah.
Mason, how frustrating was it to not be able to participate in the Senior Bowl, where you would have, at least for a week, been able to run a system that was different from the one you did?
Yeah, no, it was. I think you got to handle that with just about like any other piece of adversity that happens in your life. I was especially mad because I had Brandon Weeden was in Houston for a while, and we had talked multiple conversations about like their offense, their system kind of got a head start on it. We were watching film. Me and Zach Robinson, my quarterback coach, so I kind of had a leg up. I felt on all the competition, but I wasn't able to participate. But that's everything happens for a reason. So I'm not too disappointed. I'm here, and I'll be able to participate Saturday.
Do you feel like in the meetings this week, teams are trying to gauge how well you would be able to pick up a different system since they didn't get to see you do that?
I think with everyone, they're trying to pick up on your football IQ, the way you come across the people in a room, the kind of person you are, the kind of leader you are, what you've done off the field. And all that in one. So it's been fun to see each team's kind of strategy and trying to peel back your layers.
Mason, in terms of throwing tomorrow, how do you prepare mentally for something that's so different from game action?
I think plenty of experience over the years doing even coming from high school. You're always you're always asked to be evaluated on air. Throwing to receivers you don't know. Did it at the Manning camp. Did it at Elite 11. In college recently. So not something I'm new to. I think I'll do just fine. I think I'm going to rip it.
Mason, is it motivating for you at all that the trending discussion on the top quarterbacks in the draft tends to center on Darnold, Rosen, Allen, Mayfield, and doesn't always include you, doesn't always include Lamar Jackson and some other guys?
No, I think like I said, I'm confident in who I am. I'm not one for comparisons. I don't care about who the media's talk. I think that when you talk to the actual decision makers in the NFL, they would have a different a different viewpoint of myself than maybe you guys do. But no, I can only control what I can control, and I know I'm going to go out there Saturday, perform well, and then move to the pro day March 15th.
Mason, how much are you going to miss Coach Gundy, and more importantly, how much are you going to miss his mold?
Oh, a lot. I think I told him he needs to cut the mold off now that I'm gone. It was kind of our deal, so we lived that out. So no, he was unbelievable coach, somebody who played at at the same school, a lot of knowledge, a lot of off the field advice for how to be a quarterback in Stillwater and how to command yourself and the type of leader you want to be. So somebody I have kept in contact with almost every day since I left, and someone I'll stay in touch with forever.
Mason, have you met with the Giants or Jets while you've been here?
I just told someone earlier I'm going to keep that under wraps who I'm meeting with, just out of respect for the teams.
What's the toughest or the craziest question you've gotten so far?
I will say that somebody had an electronic TV, like a touchscreen TV, that wanted me to draw up my favorite play, and I got done drawing it, and the whole thing goes blank, and it just shuts off. And so there was a certain head coach who was not happy about the technical difficulties for sure. So.
Didn't lay that at your feet?
No, did not. Not at my feet at all, no.
What percentage of your offense at Oklahoma State featured RPOs, and have you seen that teams are a little bit more willing to incorporate that into their offenses now? And
Yeah.
it's actually not a deterrent, but it actually will help you.
Yeah, I think you're always wary of getting the lineman downfield penalty, but we never ran into that much at all at Oklahoma State. I thought we ran RPOs the best in the country, the way we were able to read first, second, and third level defenders, using off-the-ball tight end to insert. And, I think you're definitely seeing that, especially with the Eagles, those types of teams that began to implement those systems. But, that for us, that was only really a first, second down call. We had a lot of drop-back traditional progression reads that we carried out on third down. And, like we were very effective at RPOs, but it was a small portion of our offense.
Mason, Zach Robinson spent some time with the Patriots. I'm wondering if he ever discussed with you what that experience was like for him and what to expect when you get to the NFL.
Yeah, definitely have asked him about everywhere he was, every experience, and obviously has the utmost respect for that organization that he was drafted by, and his short experience there was a great one. Was able to learn a lot, kind of a Patriot way, and the way that organization runs was extremely smoothly, and a lot of chances to improve yourself for sure.
How long was hospital day?
It was rough. It was first hospital day was Wednesday, and then you had yesterday morning, met with all 32 teams, and then you find out, I got to do 3 more MRIs here or there, so you go back to the hospital. So I kind of knew going in it was going to be a grind, so I just mentally prepared for it, and was not a big issue. It's over now, so it's all good.
How are you feeling at this point?
How good? Yeah, foot's completely healed. I'm gonna participate in everything Saturday. Looking forward to doing that. Obviously, was only out of my boot for four weeks, so I had a limited amount of preparation time. But I feel like I'm up to speed, and I'm ready to go.
Mason, who are some of the quarterbacks you've?
Personalities, younger coaches, special team.
Yeah, a lot of respect for Coach Gates and what he's done. Not only in Miami, but at a number of places in the league, and the type of offensive mind guru he is. That he's been with a lot of great quarterbacks and had a lot of success.
A lot of quarterbacks kind of identify with them younger and got some of that brash confidence.
Yeah.
Did you guys connect?
Yeah, I think a younger guy for sure. It's always fun. I think you kind of naturally have more connection to someone like that. But like I said, unbelievable. Offensive mind, great person, and I guess looking forward to continuing the process.
And who are some of the quarterbacks you've watched the last few years and maybe tried to model yourself after a little bit?
Yeah, I've always had a lot of respect for Peyton Manning. Obviously, he's not playing currently anymore, but being able to meet him at his camp 3 years in a row and spend some time with him and Eli and Archie was priceless. Experience. I've always said Peyton and Ben, Big Ben, watching the way that he stands in the pocket and delivers the ball, kind of continues to just evade the rush time and time again, and so I would say those two guys.
Has anybody ever told you sound a little bit like Peyton Manning?
No, they have not.
No, okay. There's something about like the drawl or something, the mannerisms. I don't know.
Hey Mason, Rock Hills had a ton. Jadavian Clowney, Stephon Gilmore. Can you put your finger? Can you put your finger on what's? Yeah, keep going.
No. I think it's football city, USA. It's a lot of talent. I think most first round picks per capita than anywhere else in the United States. But there's 3 high schools. I mean, if we had one, it'd be quite a powerhouse. But definitely a lot of good lot of good players come out in the last 10 years, and I'm excited to kind of continue that historic.
Thank you. Thanks,
deal.
guys.